Hey guys, welcome to Toribash Tips episode 20, where at long last we're starting to do something that's been requested pretty much from episode 1, but I've only now sort of got around to it. We're going to start looking at online moves. Now, I sat down to record this episode and then encountered a slight problem. I actually don't know how to record this episode. I've been racking my brains trying to think of a good way to demonstrate online moves. Obviously, I could do them on a dummy, but your online opponent isn't going to stand still. I could do them online, but there's no guarantee that they'll work. Because really, there's not particularly any online moves, so to speak. It's just openers and techniques and really just understanding the game. So I really don't know the best way to go about doing this type of show. So what I'm going to do is, over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be trying a different variety of approaches and legitimately listen to what you guys are saying to try and understand what works, what taught you the most, and what's giving you the most information. I'm also going to maybe look into getting people who know what the fuck they're talking about to come on the show and talk about online matches, because they obviously know a hell of a lot more than I do about the subject, and they can give you more insight than I can. So for today, I'm going to try something that I think might be helpful, but I'm not really sure. So I'm going to go into multiplayer and find an Aikido room, because Aikido is really the only online mode I've played. The idea being here is that I'm going to play some rounds of Aikido while commentating to you guys and try to sort of explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Now, I'm not great at online, but I have a rough understanding of the game and I can win my fair share of matches. So hopefully maybe if you see what I do, you can mimic it and hopefully learn a little bit more about what to do in certain situations. So let's jump straight into this match. Odds are good it's not going to work, of course. Here we go. This guy is most likely AFK. So let's jump into that other quick Aikido match. Where was they? They were here. Quick Aikido. This is 2 out of 4 players. So obviously there's going to be some problems when I'm not actually playing. So maybe I'll cut unless something interesting happens. Now, these guys are 10th dan and 2nd dan black belt. So it might actually do us some good to watch these guys. Maybe I can summarize what they're doing. Now, when you join a game in online, this is kind of like online 101 here. That tends to happen for the first round. I guess it's like it's not synced or whatever, where characters just sort of jump around and don't really make a lot of sense. Like the first round will be over way quicker than you're expecting. Honestly, to be able to tell you what these guys are doing without the context of the first couple of turns, I don't really stand a chance. Again, I'm not entirely sure whether this episode is really going to work, but I'm going to give it a go, and then maybe you guys can give me some comments and feedback over whether it works. I know you guys sent in some openers, and don't panic, we will definitely be looking at those openers in a future episode. I just wanted to try this week, because I figured it was the most basic way, and this is the first online mode we've done. So hopefully this will work. Really just trying to not necessarily stall, but I'm just trying to think of stuff that I can cover later and cover it now while I'm waiting for my turn. I'll be talking a little bit later about getting in touch with me if you'd actually like to be on this show and talk about the online matches. So this Arthurus guy, the guy playing as blue guy, is a white belt, as you can see by his technique of that. But yeah, I think I'm a blue belt, maybe higher, maybe lower. I'm not really sure what rank that is, but you know. So this guy's ranked 963. I don't really know if that's good, but I'm gonna find out because I'm about to verse him. This guy's about to be tapped out by his head hitting the floor. Now, I have a variety of techniques for online. One of them is risky but high reward and tends to work on people who are expecting you to do more. It starts off like a noob move, but then actually turns into something pretty spectacular. So I'm gonna attempt to do that, and then we'll see whether it works or not. It's probably not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it first to try to open big. So all I do for my first turn is not hold all and contract my left knees. Now, you're gonna think this is silly, but if it works, you'll see where this is going. Some people may call this a noob technique, but I don't know what it is. So I'm going to grab, hold all, contract both my pecs, spread my legs so that I have more of a purchase, and bring one of them back so I can hold it up. Now, I'm also going to look... Oh, didn't have time. That is the problem with Aikido. You do tend to run out of time. Now, the point of this move, now it's really hard to talk and play at the same time because obviously I'm on a time limit. Right now, I'm raising my shoulders and extending my knees to try and lift him. Risky move, obviously, against somebody who knows what they're doing. Right now, I'm bringing my right hip forward and contracting my glutes to try and get a bit more purchase on the ground, otherwise he's going to push me off balance. This is risky. Oh, this might not work. Going to bring both my hips forward to try and stay off the ground. I'm also going to contract my shoulders and maybe my knees. I think my knees are going to hit the ground if I do that. So this is not... I think this is me losing. Yeah, there go my knees. That technique can sometimes work on people who aren't doing what that guy is doing. Honestly, I kind of cocked myself there. That might have actually worked if I'd been a bit more careful with where my knees were placed. That's a very risky technique because the first turn, arguably the most important turn in an online match. Now, I'm sure there are people who know more about the online modes who will dispute that, but honestly, I find if you fuck up the setup, you fuck up the match. Now, in the next round, I'm going to be showing you a much more simple setup and hopefully be able to say how to do it. Again, I really don't play a lot of online, but I did a little while ago, back when I first started playing the game. As I gotta be honest, this black belt's techniques, they're good, but they're quite risky. I mean, he's very off balance there, but I imagine he's probably gonna do something very cool that's gonna show me up. So let's see if that, oh, I don't know. I mean, I often find grabs also, for another online thing 101, grabs are very important. If you're the one who grabs, you generally do have dominance in the match because you have control over when it gets let go. If they grab, oh wow, we just got beat. I guess, I suppose, I mean, black belt, it does equal skill, but you could get through, phone just went off, but you could get through black belt just by, I'm just checking the text, those will keep beeping. You could get the black belt just by playing. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to raise my leg, contract my knee, contract my glute, contract that one inwards, and noob clap with my hands because I like to play like that. That's going to bring my leg up for a kick. Now, if I'm kind of making this up as I go along, but I'm going off past experience. So I'm going to sort of turn by left rotating both of those, turn into the kick a bit more. And there's my leg in the air. Now, my shoulder has been dislocated there. That is a problem. Those of you who have only played single player might not be familiar with dislocating because it doesn't happen that much in single player because it's generally turned off. I'm going to lower my shoulders here to attempt to slam him into the ground, but if he's smart, which he appears to be, and he has grabbed my leg, as you can see, without just stopping my leg from being able to kick, that is going to bone me later, let me tell you, when I'm trying to get my leg down to not hit the ground. So I'm going to bring my leg down to keep some balance. Okay, I've actually managed to recover from his thing. If I contract my knee now, I'm going to turn his own grab against him, rotate my shoulders, and then I'm going to hopefully push him into the ground. Now, I obviously don't know what he's planning on doing. He could be, I'm going to extend my elbows to give that extra bit of power, and if I remove my knees from the equation, maybe I'll slam him into the ground. I'm really not sure how this is going to go. This is a risky maneuver, and there we go. Okay, so you know, a lot of Toribash Online, it is improvising. There's a lot I can show you, but a lot of it won't be relevant most of the time. So let's jump into another game, and hopefully this will be helpful just seeing how I do this. So this is the black belt I lost to earlier. I think he just done the mistake of pressing spacebar at the start of his turn, or he might just be that quick at preparing. So I'm going to noob clap again because I just like to play like that. Yes, he did press space at the end at the start by accident. You'll be amazed how often you do that and accidentally skip your first go. I'd urge you to be really, really careful about that because it's so easy to screw up your entire game just by messing up the first turn. Alright, so I'm going to bring my hips forward to try and fling him into, sort of roll him onto the floor. Again, this is a Kido, so not really about style here, more about just doing abilities. General tips that I've picked up, again, I'm sure people whoa, that is an unpleasant position for my knee, oh god. Just generally stay on your feet. You never want both your feet off the ground like I'm risking here by giving him the upper hand by giving my weight. So I'm going to try to recover that by bringing in my glutes and bringing my leg forward. Now, my knee's been dislocated, so I shouldn't have done that because my knee's just going to flop onto the ground. Oh, shit, right, okay, I have no power in my knees, so unless I do this correctly, my knee is going to flippity fast. No, don't do that. Oh, no, it's over for me. It is over. Maybe I can recover this. Maybe. No, I can't. Dislocating, very handy because I had no control over that knee. I'm just going to type good game to that guy because that was very, very good. As I said, dislocating, you got to be careful of that because as soon as you lose control over your knees, balancing becomes very, very hard. So this is a blue belt versus a black belt. Also, apologies if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I was in this game. I'm LanXXXX. I apologize if I didn't censor your name. I figured no one's really going to have that much of a problem with it. Now, I want to address something that I've said a couple of times. The issue of noob clapping, as it's called, is not necessarily a problem. I mean, yeah, it's a noob strategy. I apologize if you can hear my house phone in the background. It seems to be full of interruptions this week. I acknowledge it's a very basic ability, but don't fix what isn't broke, and I could sit here all day and argue about first order optimal strategies, and I probably will one day, but as long as you're not just standing there and clapping, I don't think it's a problem. It's a legitimate strategy. It's the same thing as camping. You know, people have a problem with it, but it's a strategy. There are way, way better alternatives to noob clapping, obviously, but if you're new to the game and don't really know what you're doing, yeah, do it. Don't listen to people give you shit. It's the same reason you're using the noob tube in Call of Duty. If you're not very good and you don't know what you're doing, use the noob tube. It helps you enjoy the game, which at the end of the day is what we're all here to do, is to enjoy the game. So that's why I don't have a problem with noob clapping. This is actually looking in the favor of the black belt. No, wait, I've lost track of who's who. Yeah, no, this is looking in favor of the black belt, and the blue belt looks like he's about to topple out of the arena. Now, if I was him, I'd raise my shoulders and contract my knee in an effort to sort of flip the guy out of the ring. If he's... that would be just what I do. I mean, it potentially could throw him off balance, but could turn the tides. Well, you always have to take... And I'm pretty sure no one... Oh my god, he turned... Oh, I thought he turned that around. That was good, though. That was good. He nearly recovered that. If he'd done that half a turn sooner, he might have got it. Alright, I'm up again. One thing I don't think anybody can dispute is the importance of balance. I keep forgetting that I'm on a time limit here. I'm so used to being able to talk without the fear of it. So I'm going in with the other kick. Maybe if people want it, I'll do a move tutorial on how to do this kick thing. But honestly, it's pretty basic. Next round, I'll try to explain what I'm doing. So I'll turn it left again, this time extend my leg. I'm hoping I can catch his arm before it grabs mine. Oh, yes. Okay, that was a duck. Managed to grab him with my right arm. Didn't really anticipate that as much as it looked like I did. Now I'm going to bring my leg back down to try and sort of push him out of the arena because he's a black belt. He knows what he's doing. I'm really not trying to go for style here. If I extend my elbow and raise my shoulders, that should sort of throw him off, but I'm also going to contract my pecs to try and turn him into me. Don't really want him to have the upper hand of being on the side of me because he knows what he's doing. If I can't extend my elbows because he's grabbing it, so what I'm going to try and do is grab him with my other arm just to have more purchase on him. I really think he's trying to throw me, and because of the position he's in, he actually might. So, as I was trying to say earlier, oh, shit, I think he's decapitated me. Something's fallen off. As you can see, my body's gone limp, so that means something's gone horribly wrong. I need to make sure I try to just move. Oh, crap. Okay, that was great. Can't argue with that. Ripped off my own fucking arm. This guy's good. But as you can see, there are ways to deflect. I mean, I obviously dodged his punch right at the start there. They press space, but you guys can see it if you rewind the video. You always have to take into account in online matches the other player. I know that seems standard and kind of par for the course, but you'll be amazed how often even I forget about that. You could lift something, but if they move in a certain way, you could end up screwing yourself over. You never want to do too much movement because you can never anticipate what they're going to do. I mean, there is a strategy that I've encountered of just completely reversing everything you're holding, which kind of makes your body spaz out in single player, but in multiplayer that can often throw your opponent completely off balance because he was not expecting you to do it. Very good strategy. So what I'm hoping to do here is play maybe two more matches, and this time I'll try and explain what I'm doing for the intro kick. I find that a pretty standard move that a lot of people use. I'm sure there are different variations, probably better variations, but it's a good starter, and hopefully it'll teach you guys something. So let's watch these two black belts duke it out. This guy's got a pretty cool head. I think I've seen that one before. But yeah, that's sort of all I can think to say, really, for the very, very core basics of the game. Like I said, I don't really know a hell of a lot, especially not this kind of shit, but it's not really something that I think can be taught, more as learned from watching other people play, like this, what we're doing right here, and from just playing. I mean, I learned almost everything I know about the online just from playing with my friends. We'd find a lobby, host a lobby, rather, with a couple of friends and make it private, which is essentially just booting anybody who joins. As you can see there, that is a common practice, not just in Toribash, but in a lot of online games, to quit right before you lose, so it doesn't mark you down. Problem in everything, particularly FIFA Online. I hate it when people do that. Sorry, getting off topic here. But yeah, you should just, if you have some friends, set up an online lobby, make it, I don't think you can make them password protected, but if you're the host, you can easily just kick anybody who joins. Most people join and ask, is the thing private anyway? And if you say yeah, they'll generally leave, and if they don't, just kick them. Easy way, a lot of fun, especially if you're on Skype with the guys. It can be a whole lot of fun. Hey, why not record it, stick it on YouTube, and send me the link? I'm sure I'll feature it. But yeah, that's pretty much the only way you can learn stuff. It's not like single player where you can see something be done and do it by mimic. Sorry, no, that is the exact opposite of what it is. It's not like single player where you can read in the description and just do something, because you can never anticipate what your opponent's going to do. I mean, sometimes the newbie, I hate using that word, but sometimes the simple strategies will catch people off guard and they'll end up screwing themselves over. Alright, so I'll go into this kick. So you want to contract contract your hip, contract your knee, extend your glute, left or right depending on which leg, and contract both your pecs. If you want to be fancy, you can also extend your right hip and grip. I forgot to grip there, unfortunately. So I'm going to lower my shoulders here so that I definitely make the grab. I'm also going to extend my leg a turn early because he's gone low, and I really don't want him to grab my leg. I want him to grab my arm. I'm also going to okay, here we go. So I'm in a really awkward position here of him being overpowering me, and I can't anticipate what he's going to do, but I'm going to assume he's going to try to push me into the ground. So I'm going to raise my shoulders and contract my hips to try and counterweight that. Yeah, that's exactly what he's done. He's unfortunately grabbed my hip there, so I can't really do much with it. I'm going to bring my knee back for future, though, so that I'll have it there if he tries to throw me into the ground. Now that he's off balance, I'm going to lower my shoulders, contract my knees, contract my glute to trample my leg, and contract my hips so my leg stays underneath me. Hopefully my knee won't skim the ground. It didn't. And if I raise, I'm tempted to raise my shoulders here, but I think I'm going to be okay if I raise this leg. I'm also going to lower that knee. This should spike. Oh shit, no, I'm in the air. See, could not anticipate that. So I'm going to contract my knees and raise my shoulders to try and throw him. I'm also going to get my back to try and throw him off balance. This is risky. It's probably not going to work. He's also dislocated my hand. Okay. I may actually have the upper hand here because I'm kind of over him now. I'm going to rotate my body to try and keep on top of him. But unfortunately now, if he raises his shoulders, I'm pretty screwed. Going to lower my hip to try and get my leg underneath. I'm also going to extend my glutes and my legs out in time to catch me when I'm fall. Hopefully there won't be enough frames for my leg to hit the ground before I get another chance to do something, damn it! I was hoping it would stop on the end so I could extend my knee. That was a good example of how online is really unpredictable, actually. And I know there'll be you pros out there shouting at the screen of what I should have done differently or the shit that I'm talking. If you are one of those people, feel free, and I'm not even being sarcastic here, please email in and we can have you on the show and you can show me, totally show me wrong. Anyway, I hope this has been somewhat of help to you guys. Please, more than ever, comment on this video and let me know if this was helpful. If it is, I can continue doing it. If it's not, I can try something different next week. Now more than ever, I need... That guy's kicked off that guy's arm. We're going to stay and watch this round. Because I definitely want to see that replay. But now more than ever, he's managed to grab it with his dislocated arm. That's awesome. Now more than ever, I really, really need your feedback on the show, guys, because I have no idea what way you want me to take it, is what I'm trying to say. If you happen to be or know any professional Toribash players or know any awesome Toribash players, please have them get in touch with the show, or if you yourself are one, get in touch yourself, and we'll talk about maybe having you on to essentially talk about the game and teach us some stuff. Also, if you're into this game, and obviously you're watching this show, so you are, you should totally head over to Toribash, I don't know the web address. It's the forums for Toribash, essentially. It really does turn the game into more of a community. Crap, I'm up. Okay, let's have a bonus round where I'm gonna try that risky maneuver I tried at the start against. Don't contract all, contract the knees. Let's see if it works this time so I can prove myself. I can prove that it does sort of work. Okay, so lower shoulders, contract things, grab and extend the knees. It may look like shoveling, but if it's done right, it's really not. Shoveling is the technique of getting a grip on somebody and then just sort of pushing them out of the air. Fuck! This is... Okay, I totally did that wrong, but this might actually work if I stay in the air long enough for him to fall over. If I can grab onto something, I might be able to save myself. This was stupid of me. This is stupid. I don't know. If I win this is gonna be great, but there's no way I'm gonna win this. Yeah. Oh crap, I did! Oh wow, I should not have won that. Yeah, good game indeed. Okay, so I'm gonna quit this now so I don't get tempted to play again. I'll say thanks to everyone. It's because I'm polite like that. Okay, that was stupid. I just closed down the game. Didn't think of that. Okay, black screen. So apologies for that. I wasn't concentrating and just shut down the game when I clicked quit. I'll put this at the end, don't worry. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Jack Morris. Hopefully this was helpful. Please let me know in the comments if it was. Again, email the show if you happen to be or know a professional who might want to come on the show and talk about it. Also, as I was saying, if you enjoy this game, you would really benefit from going on the Toribash forums. There's actually a thread about this show on the forum, so I'll link to that, but you should check it all out. You can add friends and see what they're up to. It's a much more... It really does add community to the game, so you should really go check that out. I mean, you already have an account if you have a Toribash account, and it's a lot of fun, so please go check that out. Check out the forum as well, especially the thread about us, and leave some feedback and all that lovely stuff. If you want to follow us on Twitter, there's links in the description to both my account and the Man on Fire Films account. Please like us on Facebook for exclusive updates and etc. And also press that all ever important subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, no, there's one more thing. Please, even if you don't normally watch the show, check this week's Toribash mod spotlight, because I'm going to do a sort of special episode that I really would appreciate you guys watching. Also, you can really help out, you'll see when you watch it, you'll also be really, really helping out the channel itself if you watch this week's Toribash mod spotlight. Anyway, I'm Jack Morris. Thank you very much for watching. See you next week, guys.